Bone Thugs and Harmony versus Migos. Asking who's better is kind of like asking who's a better killer between a shark and a lion. Who's a better fighter between McGregor and Mayweather. And when you ask that, you got to ask what sport or what terrain. Now, when we talk about music-wise, first of all, we're not going to talk about legibility or speaking English, because you cannot sing Crossroads right now and say every word for word. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. And there's a bunch of Migos songs that you're not going to do that. So you can't understand either group. One cannot exist in the other's time. Okay, today if you upload a song to YouTube, bam, bitch, it's mine. So what you gonna do about it? Huh? You get no money for that unless you get AdSense money. And that's if I didn't click skip ad, which everyone is doing right now. Back then, how you gonna bootleg a tape? Okay, everybody was buying records back then. They're not buying records now. It's streams and downloads, and most of the downloads are illegal. So when you talk about numbers, that's not fair. Now, if you want to talk about influence on culture, it's exactly the same. When Migos came out, everybody got the bepperdy. Okay, when Bone came out, everybody okay. So it's the same influence on hip-hop, same influence on the culture. Apparently back then everyone got their check on the first of the month. Apparently now everyone's bitch is bad and bougie. Now if you want to talk about who's the better artist, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Are you getting your checks on the first of the month? You kind of might like Bone Thugs, okay? If you getting if your bitch is bad and bougie and you popping Xans and Mollies, well, that's what the fuck you like. So you can't argue nobody with that, because at the end of that comes down to the opinion. So what I'm gonna say here, and which is probably the best thing to say, is these motherfuckers are the same, because it's not fair to put them to count numbers because of time difference. Okay, neither or would have survived in either's time group. Okay, it's not fair to talk about influence on the culture because it's exactly the same. They influence hip hop and the culture exactly the same. Okay? Talk about better artists, the draw. It comes down to personal. You want to talk about music legibility? You can't understand either of these niggas. So, truth be honest, they the same. Now, I'm gonna say something like this. It might piss some of you guys off, but eventually, Migos will be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame if Bone Thugs is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Eventually. MeRaw.com, FlexRadio.com, follow me.